Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 691 of our trek, and it is Wisdom Wednesday. Every Wednesday along life's trail, we will dig for the nuggets of wisdom that are found in the book of Proverbs. Today, we'll explore Proverbs 26 from the Voice translation, which will give us a fresh perspective on this book of timeless wisdom. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. Since I will be heading back to our construction project in Arizona next week, I will be recording some of the additional episodes ahead of time. This allows me to focus on the project while I'm there. This time we will be preparing our bid, budget, and schedule for Phase 2 of our townhome project that we are working on. It is important that we make a concentrated effort not to make foolish mistakes that could impact profitability on the project. This requires that we gain wisdom from the mistakes made on the previous phase where we did have time and cost overruns. Today in Proverbs 26, these lessons are appropriate as we will learn how not to be a fool. Chapter 26 contains character portraits of 5 sketchy individuals: the fool in verses 1 through 12, the sluggard in verses 13 through 16, the meddler in verses 17 through 19, the whisperer in verses 20 through 22, and the hater in verses 23 through 28. This chapter is full of comparisons. The words like or just as are all over, which usually equates these sketchy people with really bad things. Notice how many comparisons are drawn from the natural world, such as sparrows, horses, donkeys, and lions. The overall point is clear. Don't be like one of these people. Don't be a fool. He is thoughtless and stupid. He cannot be trusted, nor can he be relied on. He is a liability to all who send him. Don't be a sluggard. He recognizes problems, but does nothing about them. He begins a job that he never knows how to finish. He thinks himself wise, but he can't even get out of bed. Don't be a meddler. He goes snooping around and finds nothing but trouble. He causes strifes and calls it a joke. Don't be a whisperer. He instigates troubles and keeps the animosity burning. He knows which buttons to push and thinks it's delicious fun. And don't be a hater. He harbors a grudge yet comes off like a friend. He flatters and fawns, but his deception will be brought into broad daylight. As you listen to this chapter, invest time with each character, prayerfully contemplating the prospects for each way of life. So listen intently as I read Proverbs chapter 26. Like snow in summer and rain in the time of harvest, so is honor never fitting for a fool. Like a bird that flits and flutters, or a swallow in mid-flight, so a curse that lacks cause will never come to light. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a rod for the back of the fool. Never answer a fool on his own foolish terms, or you will become like him. Rather, answer a fool on his own foolish terms, or he will become wise in his own eyes. Like someone who cuts off his feet, or drinks to his ruin, so is one who uses a fool to pass on his message. Like lame legs are useless, dangling on the cripple, so is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Like one who ties a stone in a slingshot, so is the one who honors a fool. Like a thorn in the hand of a drunkard, so is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Like an archer who shoots at random and injures everyone, so is a person who hires a fool or someone off the streets. Like a dog who goes back to his own vomit, so is a fool who always returns to his foolishness. Have you seen a person who is wise in his own sight? Know that there is more hope for a fool than for him. A lazy person says, "There is a lion in the road, a lion in the streets. Another good reason to stay inside today." As the door swings on its hinges and goes nowhere, so a slacker turns over in his bed. Some people are so lazy that they reach for food on their plate, but lack the will to bring it up to their mouths. A slacker sees himself as wiser by far than 7 men who converse intelligently. Like a man who seizes a wild dog by the ears, so is anyone who walks by and meddles in someone else's argument. Like a madman who hurls flaming spears and shoots deadly arrows, so is anyone who deceives his neighbor and then says, "But I was only joking with you." Where there is no wood, the fire goes out. When there is no one to spread gossip, arguing stops. Like charcoal to smoldering embers and dry wood to a fire, so a hot-tempered man kindles strife. Whispered gossip is like a delicious first course. It is devoured with pleasure and penetrates deep within you. Like a shiny glazed coating on a rough clay pot, so are burning lips that conceal an evil heart. One who hates may camouflage it beneath pleasant words, but deep inside him, treachery still rages. Don't believe him when he speaks kindly, because his heart is completely ruled by evil. And though he covers his hatred with cleverness, his wicked ways will be publicly exposed. The one who digs a trap for another will fall into it, and the one who starts rolling a stone will have it rolled back on him. Liars take no pity on those that they crush with their lies, and flattery spoils everyone it touches. That will conclude our exploration of Proverbs 26. We must learn to avoid the bad traits and habits of a fool and the other characters in this chapter so that we can be wise and discerning in all areas of life. The precepts found in God's words have the laws of planting and harvesting built into them. You plant good seeds in life, and you will reap a bountiful harvest of good. The opposite is also true. Over the course of our lives, we will harvest what we plant. And each week we will explore a full chapter in Proverbs, and I hope that you'll join us next week for chapter 27 so that you can gain wisdom, insight, and understanding for yourself. The entire book of Proverbs provides such rich wisdom, insight, and understanding on a myriad of life issues. And regardless of where you are on your faith walk, if the precepts of Proverbs are followed, your life will be rich and satisfying. I encourage you to take them and plant these seeds of wisdom into your own heart so that you'll reap a harvest of wisdom throughout your life. Tomorrow we will continue with our 3-minute wisdom nugget that will provide you with a bit of wisdom that, if followed, will allow you to grow healthier, wealthier, and wiser each day. So encourage your friends and family to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our trek for today. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks or read the Wisdom Journal, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. Or you can subscribe at iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.